Canaan, the crossroads of the Middle East in the Bronze Age. An age of prosperity, commerce, cultural exchange, and all of a sudden... But will we contribute to the collapse, or will we rise from the ashes and forge an empire in Canaan that could rival Egypt or even surpass it? Well, you're gonna have to watch and find out, and who better to lead than this bloodthirsty maniac, Irsu. You know that old sitcom, Everybody Loves Raymond? Well, everybody hates Irsu, and I wonder why. Maybe because if your neighbor was a giant, muscly Canaanite man who would rip your head off just because he liked your necklace, yeah, you probably wouldn't be too much of a fan of him. Irsu loves to raid, burn, and pillage, but most importantly of all, he's had enough of the Egyptian yoke. It's time for Canaan to rise under his guise. The Lion of Canaan will bring ruin to his enemies. And now, we're just gonna be brutal and starve them out, bait them into encircling us. Well, getting encircled. And meanwhile, let's go research the life of a soldier, because if there's one thing we love, that's highly veteran troops. We're not gonna bother much about infrastructure now, it's all about killing. Looks like our master bait worked out, and Haryu is gonna attack us in the open field. You know what? It's time for heads to roll. Just when I wanted to show off units and stuff, it just has to be heavy rainfall, so let's look at Hupshu. They were basically peasants pressed into service with the worst equipment imaginable, as you can see. Now, we've got amazing Abiru raiders hidden here. We're just waiting for the enemy to make a move. We're getting our main line here with our main man Irsu. Lion Cape, and this should be the Heart of the Shardana pack for the bodyguard, I believe. Makes sense. Anyway, the ambush is probably gonna get sprung. Usually they march up to here, I don't know why. It doesn't really matter, and soon we're gonna get ready to destroy them. Their general is going out in the open, so he's gonna get introduced by some wonderful shock axemen. If there's one problem that you can solve with violent force, it's a double-headed axe to the face. The general is not gonna have a good time as he gets hacked to piece by the Epsilon axe. And some historical background here. The Epsilon axe was kinda getting out of use by this time. Two-handed versions existed, but there's an Anatolian two-handed version in this unit, which was actually during this time. Enough about history. Let's talk about history while we kill. So what do we know about Irsu? Realistically, not much, outside of some brief mention in the Harris Papyrus, which hasn't been properly and fully translated. Essentially, Irsu was such a powerful Canaanite warlord that he even made Egypt pay tribute, something unimaginable up in that point. For the first time in centuries, the Canaanites actually had an independent realm of their own, and people were so terrified of Irsu that apparently, hear me out here, apparently they didn't even go to the temples to bring worshippings to the gods. Pretty insane when you think about it. Now we're gonna get our Hupshu here to scare away the archers. The Hupshu will not do anything when they flank. We're using our Abiru to actually get a devastating flank here into the militia. Can you really go wrong with two-handed axes? No, you absolutely cannot, and this is where their story ends. I mean, imagine being levied from a farm, against your will, it's a rainstorm, and you have to fight these nomadic dudes with giant bronze axes. Yeah, no, this is not good for them. The Hupshu are already shattering, there's nothing to be done. We're bringing Irsu into the mix to see if he can destroy the Abiru raiders and their general. Meanwhile, the Hupshu are keeping the archers busy, which is great for us. This unit is being kept in reserve, just in case, but I think we're actually gonna have to use them soon to prevent these archers from escaping. Let's take a look at the bushes, apparently, because we can't properly see our boy Irsu over there, so we're just gonna have to zoom in like this. Fighting the general's bodyguard. The low-level Canaanite bodyguard isn't much to speak of, but Irsu's got his own special stuff, he's got good equipment, and come on. He is absolutely got the drip with the Heart of the Shardana and his own lion pelt. These guys are just getting melted. Shock axes are too good. More news at 11. Who would have thought? The archers don't stand a chance, and then we take these guys and we countercharge into the back. Perfect. We pull the Hoopshu away a little bit as well, so they can get a clean charge off. They're wavering, basically. They're just about shattered. Let's see if we can get some archer fire to finish them off. Just positioning the Abiru Raiders so they get a clean charge. Perfect, perfect. Well, not perfect for the Damask, but we don't really care about that, do we now? And the Abiru Raiders are gonna say some nice things to the general. Victory! Easier than imagined, but you know, that's what you get when you mess with the best. Oh, that was just brutal. And Hadad falls to Irsu. One town at a time, one city at a time, the kingdom will rise, and Canaan will see power it has never experienced before. And now, because we're Irsu, we're totally gonna be merciful and loot and occupy. Yeah, I'm an asshole. Now that we've got that out the way, Irsu leveled up. For such a Giga Chad character, what only makes sense? Oh, right. More loot and ancillary chance, absolutely, and we're gonna improve his presence, because when you see him, you definitely don't want to be there. We also got a heavy bronze shield. Shield wall formation, and even better against missiles. Yeah, I'll gladly take the loot, and he got a different armor. Yeah, no, this is just not worth it, even with diminishing returns, and we got a tracker. Perfect, more movement. Can you say something bad about this? Absolutely not. But just to prove we're not complete assholes, let's build a bit in Hadad. How about some happiness, because why not? While we recruit some more units to decapitate Damascus, we're also gonna build a shrine of Moloch, because apparently Irsu loves to sacrifice people, and this is strategically placed on our way to Damascus. Win-win? Absolutely. Ambition and Irsu, I think those two things go hand in hand, so let's see. Wood? Why not? Destroying a faction completely? That sounds amazing. Battle? Good. Yeah, we're just gonna go for full-on slaughter. I think that was possibly the easiest choice God could have given me here. Okay, the shrine is almost done, so let's start recruiting some more units, and let's get ready to pray to the shrine. English is hard, and then we're gonna go and destroy Damascus. Okay, it's time for Shem Suhor, and that means civilization can go down to shit, or it can prosper if you play good enough. Deities will be empowered, and you can do character-specific commands, and soon enough, perhaps, we'll be able to manipulate some foreign courts, or even become the Pharaoh ourselves. The world is our oyster for the taking. Let's pray to Moloch, who blesses us. Yes, we do love that. And we're gonna recruit some more units just before we go and slaughter whatever the hell we're supposed to slaughter. Alright, yeah, this is not really that much. Thanks for no loot, Damascus, but at least the city is nearby, so you're gonna have a very fun time. And meanwhile, let's just recruit something just in case we might get sneakily attacked. This isn't even much of a battle, it's mostly gonna be Irsu taking arrows to the knee, so let's just siege him out for like a turn or something, just giving him a little bit of mercy before we slaughter them. I think that's a fair compromise. They decided to sally out. Guys, are you okay? No, you're definitely not okay, but you'll be amazing now as you decide to fall under Irsu's benevolent rule. Perfect. Could have gotten any better. A lot of experience, a lot of food, and a city for us to mercifully loot and occupy. Hell yeah. Oh, but they seem to be intent on raiding. Alright, Damascus is ours. Let's be nice about this. We might have slaughtered a bunch of people. Let's repair the nice buildings you have. It's not that much resources. See, everyone's happy. Oh, full stack moving towards Hadad. You know what? Let's initiate a dialogue. Hey guys, you want peace? Yeah, you wanna be peaceful. Great, everybody's happy. I promise I'm not gonna backstab them. Does Irsu look dishonest? Yeah, don't answer that question. Anyway, we're gonna level up our presents, and do we have an item here? No, we did not get an ancillary, I believe. Oh no, we did. Scales and weights! Oh my god, even more battle loot, but can this get any better for us? Well guys, you wanted it, you got it. You're trying to raid my farmland, I'm just gonna raid your lives and send them back to Moloch. Now, we got some beautiful shock axemen hidden in the woods, and they're gonna be quite a surprise as they just charge and demolish the enemy army over here. And I got the same on the other side. Abiru Raiders, you're my favorite unit in the game so far, and there is nothing bad I can say about you. I don't care about your light armor, I don't care about how squishy you are, you kill stuff, and you kill stuff good. Look at them, it doesn't matter how long they have to tank. Let's get some Abiru Militia, however, and let's get some Hupshu over there to just be meat shields. We need to get Irsu as well into the fray. We're gonna get some beautiful rear charges off into the Axemen, and let's see if we can actually get the archers away here. If we manage to get them off, this is just as sure as one. Okay, these guys are gonna flank, that's fantastic. We're just gonna keep their general busy here, just for a little bit, but not too much. We're gonna get a counterfire off on the archers. Irsu, where are you, buddy? That's perfect. And we actually managed to get the archers in. Look, the Abiru Raiders are just demolishing the archers. With a blood pack, this would be so brutal, I don't even know what to say, but for now, they're just gonna have to whack them and play like they're cutting grass or something. Yeah, the archers just stand no chance, they're already disengaging. Now, the entire left flank of the enemy is just collapsing because of the shock axemen, and we are just gonna chase them down. Look at this. This isn't even funny. I know it's militia versus militia tier units, but Abiru are a little bit better than that. I basically managed to cause a mass panic just by instantly murdering their general, because hey, generals are technically not as immortal as one might think, and the militia units just shattered. Also, let's not forget that we love shock axemen in this game, do we now? They just got brutalized, butchered. There's nothing more to say. Irsu wins the day one more time, and let's actually take a look at the victor himself. Yeah, stride through that bush, you bad boy. You deserve it. Yeah, this is what you get for trying to backstab me, even though I'm technically the one who backstabbed first, but, you know, we don't care about semantics here. We could take more of you on, but that's kind of a lot of food, and you know what? My army's kind of hungry. You guys really don't know when to quit, do you? Just let me conquer your land. How simple is it? There's an old Canaanite saying which goes something along the lines of, there's no problem you can't solve with a double axe in the back, so now we Vanguard deployed our Abiru Raiders and they're just gonna start butchering the shit out of the enemy Abiru. Yeah, this is not what you expected when you signed up for this job, did you now, buddies? Meanwhile, on the other flank, the exact same thing is happening, Abiru dogpiling on the others, and here we're just having a defensive line getting ready to intercept and react as accordingly. Now, our shock axemen will have no problem mopping the floor up with the rest, but let's actually put Irsu to demolish Arhalba, the enemy commander. Meanwhile, this unit is gonna disengage. They're already just destroying them as much as they can. Sadly, this unit of Abiru Raiders bit off a bit more than it could chew, but in the end, it was worth it. It did matter, as a certain song would say. Let's chase off the archers and let's reposition ours to the other side. Now, these Abiru are gonna go downhill for a beautiful flank, because what could go wrong? Just look at this. You think you're winning a battle, and then all of a sudden you get intercepted by Abiru Raiders from the back. They're looking at it. They're patiently observing their next kill target. And that is gonna be this unit of Abiru militia. Let's take another look. You just cannot go wrong with this unit. They're light, they can't do much head-on, but when you get them in a fantastic flanking position like this, boy oh boy will heads roll once the blood pack comes in. They're just slaughtering the militia. There's nothing they can do about it, and you know what? That's a term I kinda love to say, but for good reason. Okay, my Abiru on this side are managing to hold on and rout some units. Let's chase the archers away. They're getting the fort reinforcement, that's not bad for us, but let's move here and let's watch Irsu actually kick the teeth in out of the enemy commander. Look at that lion mane. How much did you think this costs, actually? Did he, like, kill the lion himself? Choke him with those, like, Chad hand fists? I don't even know, but Irsu is badass. That's all I know. Meanwhile, we gotta reposition the archers to intercept the enemies here. These guys are chasing them. That is not good. That is not good. But we managed to rout them here. Archers are getting caught. That's fantastic. And the Abiru are just brutalizing them. That's perfect. They finished chasing the remnants of the units. That is amazing for us. Wait a moment. The general is a composite bodyguard general. That's fantastic. Let's actually get another clean charge off here. Because we love our Abiru Raiders, we love two-handed Epsilon axes, and we love Carnage. Look at that shit. That is just... Early retirement by either death or permanent crippling. Yeah, I'm not sure if Canaan has a health insurance policy, but that would kind of be it if it existed. I really don't know. Like, I'm trying my best to figure it out, you know, just for you guys on YouTube, but still. Okay, let's flank Archalba. This is fine. These guys just have to be ready. They chased as many of them as they can. They're shattered. When they get the skull, that means they don't return, but if you see me chase them with the still white flags without the skull, that actually means they can return, and that can be a big oopsie. Okay, this is perfect. Their general is getting destroyed, and we're gonna get another devastating two-handed charge into the rear of an Abiru militia unit. You know what? Double axe to the back is the motto of this video, I think. And this should be the motto of any Irsu playthrough. You just gotta use these guys carefully, and look what they're capable of doing. I love this. The enemy doesn't, though, I can tell you that much. Yeah, they're just getting chopped down like trees, cut down like grass. Call it whatever you want to call it. This is not looking good for Damascus, but to be fair, they kinda did ask for that. We did lose a fair amount of troops, but they had a lot more to begin with, plus the reinforcements, and we just butchered their reinforcing general. Is he still alive, though? Probably. We could chase after them. We're chasing these guys. It's just 6. No, let's go back. These guys are done. They're finished fighting. We can just chase down the routers now. Routers, whatever. English is hard. Fantastic. Abiru militia. Abiru dead. How many captives are we gonna have after the battle? That is something I'm unsure of. Irsu is fighting tooth and claw. I don't know how, but I guess the weight of this muscle mass, also all combined with fighting the enemy general and multiple units, can break him, but yeah, let's help him out here. Let's get a decisive rear charge. Perfect, perfect. We just love the double axes going in where they need to go. I think this just might be what we were looking for. I think the enemy army might just start running away like the little pansies that they are. Just look at this. There's just nothing more to say. They just got chopped down to pieces, annihilated, obliterated, turned into basically a tomato, if tomatoes were a thing in Bronze Age Middle East. They've just been massacred, and you know what? I'll gladly take that. Damascus is ours, the start of a Canaanite kingdom the world had never seen before. But Kadesh and Katna do not seem to be on friendly terms, so looks like we have to slaughter more Canaanite brothers. And to the south, Gubla might be a problem, and our friend Bay, he seems to be expanding, not in a direction we want, and Ugarit, the rich coastal kingdom, friends of the Hittites, is also expanding. But where will our adventure take us next? Write in the comments. Maybe you can decide where Irsu takes the next steps on his fledgling Canaanite kingdom. And until the next time...